Hello, my name is Mads Peter Iversen. I'm a Danish landscape photographer living in Aarhus. In this episode we are going to the glacier lagoon of Jökulsárlón. One of the main attractions in Iceland is the glacier lagoon Jökulsárlón in eastern Iceland. This location is very easy to find since the ring road A1 passes just by it. There's also big signs and banners at the location, and there's also a bridge. The mouth of the lagoon forms a natural bottleneck for the icebergs, where they pile up until they break apart into smaller pieces and floats out into the sea. When the pieces of ice hits the sea, they get pushed back into the beach by the waves. This phenomenon is a common subject for photographers. It's not easy to get a good shot here. The big amounts of ice can often create chaotic and random compositions. When you've finally found something of interest, you have both the waves and the light to combat. It's very popular to experiment with long exposures at this location, and when the water pulls back, it can create some very strong leading lines. It's highly recommended to bring some waders or other clothes so you can care a little less about the waves. Running back and forth for every wave is not ideal. Lighting wise, the icy beach mainly points southeast, which makes this location optimal for sunrises in the early spring, late summer and autumn. Capturing the beautiful light from the sunrise through the ice is spectacular. Night photography and light painting can also be an option. At some point I used the moon to light up the ice from behind. While making a 30-second exposure, I ran from one side to another and lit up the ice with my headlamp. If you have time, I can recommend a trip with the amphibians in the lagoon so you can get a bit of closer look to the icebergs. If you hit the right time of day and you get a sunset and the water in the lagoon is still, you can get some incredible pictures of the icebergs. Making great pictures by the lagoon can be as hard as at the beach. You can use one of the smaller chunks of ice as a strong foreground object, while the larger icebergs can make up the middle ground and a potential sunset makes up the background along with the mountains. Another option is to use the water for reflections, that is if the weather allows it, of course. The lagoon is also great for shooting the northern lights. Try to hit the lagoon around new moon. You want a little light from the moon to lit up the ice, but not so much that the light overpower the auroras. As a bonus, you might actually be able to experience seals at this location. I have experienced them 2 out of 3 times, so for me the hit ratio is pretty big. Thank you so much for watching. I would highly appreciate a like and a comment if you can spare one. In the next episode, we are going to the beautiful waterfalls Dettifoss and Selfoss in the northern part of Iceland.